So there was a person who lived in this apartment before us, obviously. And due to reasons now I'm not going to get into, I don't know, but I think that they're like dead or something, right? So that's one thing, right? So lately, and when I say lately, I mean the past like 2 days, we've been hearing things, okay? So it wasn't just like one incident, right? It's been like 4 so far. So essentially, it started with me. I was the first person who noticed it, right? So I was, it was like 2 days ago, I was in my bathroom listening to music, right? And while I'm listening to music, the music is loud. And all of a sudden, I feel like the ground shaking a little bit, but not like the whole ground, just the area that I'm standing. Like, you know how I'm standing up on the ground? Hold on, I need to like fucking illustrate this. Okay, so here's the ground, right? Here's me fucking standing on it, listening to my music. It felt like there was somebody on the other side of the ground, all right, stomping on it, like stomping here. And it was like giving off like, vibrations, right? That's what it felt like. So I was like, that's weird. So instantly I turned off my music, right? And, I tried to listen. I was like, all right, where the fuck? Because it wasn't just that I felt it, I also heard it too, right? So I turned off my music, and as soon as I turn off my music, it disappears. So I'm like, okay, obviously this is nothing. Obviously I'm just, going a little bit schizo, whatever, it happens, whatever. So then now this is in the morning, right? Later that evening, Connor gets home from work, right? And I'm sitting there in my bed in my room, again, listening to music. So you text me later that night, right? And you're like, yo, you good? And I'm like, yeah. And you were like, did you just like run into your like bathroom and start like screaming or crying or something? And I'm like, what? No. And then you were like, I literally saw like shadows under your like bathroom door indicating that somebody was in there. Of course, you assumed it was me. And I was like, well, like an hour ago, I kind of ran in there sporadically because I thought I heard something like fucking like fall or break or something. I was just like, oh shit, what happened? Nothing happened. But that was like an hour ago. You texted me saying that had happened just at that moment, right? So I'm sitting there like, it's not just, it's not, at this point it's like, okay, well, obviously something strange is going on. But you know what? From my perspective, I'm like, maybe Connor's fucked with me or something, or maybe we're just both going schizo. These two things happened separately, whatever. It's not a big deal. So I go back to my bed, I'm on my phone, just fucking around. An hour goes by, all right? And I hear this noise, right? I hear this knocking noise, but it's not knocking from the wall. It's not knocking from a table. It's knocking from outside my window. My blinds were closed to my window. I almost never have my blinds closed, by the way. I just happen to have them closed at that exact moment. And then all of a sudden I hear fucking knocking. So immediately I literally run out of my room. I fucking run out of my room. And you're standing there in the fucking living room. You were like cooking or something, right? And I'm like, dude, did you just knock on my door or something? But even then, I don't even believe that because it didn't sound like a door knock or a wall knock. It sounded like a window knock. So I'm trying to like ask, I'm asking you this, right? And you're like, no, what the fuck?
I'm like, what are you freaking out about?
Yeah, and you were sitting there cooking.
Well, because you didn't say, did you knock on my door? You just came out and you're just like, was that you? Did you do that? And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like I was sitting on a chair, like making fucking pancakes or whatever for dinner. I was like, just cooking my own shit.
Yeah, and exactly.
Yeah. And then you're like, I just heard knocking on my window. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
So at this point, this is schizo moment number 3 now.
Yeah.
Now it's getting even worse. Okay. So now it's getting to a point now where you can't just dismiss this as just us being retards or just our minds fucking with. I mean, maybe it still could be that. I don't know. But now it's getting we're getting a little bit more, it's getting a little bit more serious. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what was it? It was yesterday, right?
Yeah, last night.
Last night. Okay, so a full 24 hours goes by, nothing else happens, whatever. Okay. And you messaged me, right? I had just gone to Micro Center to pick up a new keyboard because I broke my keyboard on stream last stream. So I just gotten back from Micro Center. I was sitting in my car for a second in the garage, right? I was just goofing again on my phone, just sitting in my car, parked in the garage. And Connor messages me and he's like, yo, are you home? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I just got home. And he's like, no, are you in the house? And I'm like, no. And he's like, fuck. So explain what you heard. Explain what you heard.
Well, okay, so I was just like laying on my ass or whatever because I just gotten off work. I was just laying in bed. And like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just heard like one really loud like knocking sound. Like, it sounded like it was knocking on a wall, just like a really loud sound like that. Yeah. And I heard that one time and I was just like, whatever, that's just one single time. I don't care. But then like 30 minutes later in the same exact spot, I heard it. And the best way I can describe it is from me laying on my bed, it sounded like it was coming from your bathroom, like across the way. It sounded like it was coming from your bathroom.
Yeah, okay, if this is IRL phasmophobia, we do know what the ghost room is. It's my bathroom. That's the ghost room.
Yeah, your bathroom's the ghost room. I kept hearing just like one single knock. And I was like, I've never heard this before because I was thinking like, what could it be? Maybe something's like settling because like I lived at my parents' house and then my parents' house would always like randomly settle sometimes. Like you'd hear like a creak or something. It's the house settling. But I just kept hearing one single like really loud knock on your like coming from your bathroom. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, and people in chat are saying, oh, Connor's just fucking with you or something. I mean, I guess in the first or in the last three instances, I guess it could be Connor fucking with me. But in the first instance, that was when Connor was like at work, right? So I've had at least one instance happen where it's undeniably not Connor.
Well,
so,
and I never like, I don't know. I literally messaged you because with the walking incident where I heard like you walking around, or I heard something walking around your bathroom, I thought you were having like some sort of mental breakdown or something because I literally heard like walking around. I heard like walking around from your, it sounded like it was going from your bathroom to your room. Yeah, it sounded like it was going from your bathroom to your room and back to your bathroom, and I saw the footsteps under the door. Like I saw fucking shadows in the door. So I like stood still for a second. I was just like frozen for a second, just watching the footsteps go back and forth, and I was like, is Augie like shitting himself? What the fuck is going on? I also heard like slight, like sound like very, very faint crying, like a like kind of thing, and I was just like, came home and I was like, Augie is literally having a fucking mental breakdown, and I just walked in on it. Like, what the fuck is happening? So I had to whip out the phone instantly. I was like, are you good? Like, what the fuck is going on?
And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, like.
Yeah, I said, yo, are you all right? And you said, hey, question mark. And I'm like, are you pacing around? I'm just making sure you're good. And you're like, no, I'm on PC. And instantly then, as soon as you're like, no, I'm on the computer, I'm just like,
why?
What the fuck is going on?
Oh my God.
And for a second, a lot of things ran through my head. I was like, maybe someone's like actually in that apartment right now.
Yeah, so like if somebody broke into our house and just sitting there on my fucking, like on my toilet like, or something. Out. Like Tyrone's fucking in there or something.
Yeah, so I asked you, I was like, is your bathroom, because there's, the way your bathroom works, there's one that connects to the living room and then one that's from your room. Right. So I was looking through the one that connects to the living room. So I was like, is the one in your room, is your door closed?
Yeah, is there like another person in my bathroom that I don't know about? Like,
yeah, just like pacing around. I was like, is your door closed? Like, what's going on? And you're like, no, it's open. Yeah. So you wouldn't have like not known that there's someone walking around your bathroom.
Oh my God, it's so fucking bad.